Alright, so today we'll be making Dunsparce. He's going to end up looking something like this. So, if this is what you're looking for, then you have clicked on the right video. Let's get started. So the colors you're going to need are a blue, a yellow, and a translucent. So we're going to start here with our yellow. What we're going to do is we're going to grab a piece of it. We're going to roll this into an oval. Now you can do that by rolling in an oval pattern on your table or between your hands, whatever works best for you. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to roll this between my fingers, just one side of it to make it pointy on this end. And I'm going to do something similar, only rather than using the pads of my fingers, I'm going to use the tip of my fingers. By using the tips of my fingers, I create a shape kind of like this. Then I'm just going to kind of smooth out the whole area until I get something that looks like this. Then I'm going to grab my blue here, and I'm going to roll this into an oval, but smaller. Then I'm going to squish it flat. Now when I squish it, I don't squish with the tips of my fingers. If you squish with the tips of your fingers, you're going to get roadkill. So instead, I squish with the pads of my fingers. And you place that on the bottom here. Lightly at first, and then when you're sure you know where you got it, then press it harder into place. Next, I'm going to get my yellow again, and I'm going to roll this into a circle. Or an oval, actually. Till there we go. I get something that looks like this. Next, what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually take off a little bit of this end here and put it onto my head. Just need a little bit more clay for the head here. It's always good to double check your size ratios as you're going, because the last thing you want to do is make a head that's huge or tiny, and when you get to the end of it, realize that that's the problem. Next, we're going to get some yellow. We're going to roll this into a blue, sorry. Roll this into a circle. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to put my fingers together and then push this into that shape that I'm making between my two fingers to make it a triangle. Then I'm going to squish it flat, again, using the pads of my fingers, and I'm going to kind of just clean up the edges there. Again, I'm not pinching with these fingers as much as I am just pushing into them. Then I'm going to place this like so. Alrighty, then what I'm going to do is I'm going to attach the head just by pushing it onto my neck here. Then I'm going to get a tool that I have here and just kind of smooth it in to make it a little bit stronger. I'm going to also just kind of push this up so that they smush into each other. Like that. Alright, next we're going to get our translucent, and we're going to roll this into an oval. You could use a pearl or a white for this, but I like how the translucent looks after it's done being cooked. Then you're going to place this on his back. Again, lightly kind of figuring out where you want it before pushing down hard. Then we're going to get our yellow again, and we're going to roll this to a small circle. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to roll on one side, just putting my finger on one side back and forth to make it kind of a teardrop shape. And then I'm going to press it actually into my fingernail here to make it flat on the bottom. You could also do this on the table, but I kind of like to use my fingernails. Just kind of smooth that out. There we go. Beautiful. Next, I'm going to get another one of my tools. You could also use a toothpick for this and make two lines. Then I'm just going to follow both those lines all the way around until they're even, or until they're all the way around. Like that. Beautiful. I'm going to set that aside real quick. Then we're going to get our blue. We're going to roll this into two circles. We're going to squish it flat again using the pads of our fingers and not the hands, and those are a little bit big, so we're gonna get about half of that. There we go. Then we're gonna place this on our face. If I can get to let go of my finger. Again, placing it before cementing it in. There we go. Next, there it is. I'm going to get one of my favorite tools, my mechanical pencil here. And I'm going to just make a hole right here on the eye. One there, and one here. And I'm going to kind of just press those back down because they came a little bit up when I did that. Then I'm going to get my translucent, and I'm going to roll these into 2 circles. And then I'm going to, just like I did for the tail, I'm going to roll only on one side to make it a teardrop. And I'm going to push this into that hole that I made. So circle, teardrop, and then push it into the hole I made. The reason we make it a teardrop is because the shape of the tool that I used is that same shape, and so I want to fill in all the holes that are down there now. Awesome. Next, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my tool here again, and I'm going to make a slit right across his eye, one there, and one there. Awesome. Next, we're going to get our blue, and we're going to roll 2 snakes just by going back and forth on the table. If your snake comes up kind of like bumpy all over, that's totally fine. It's just practice to get it down so that it's smooth throughout the whole thing. Then we're going to take this and we're going to place 2 stripes on his back, like that. Then we're going to get our blue again, and we're going to roll these into 2 circles. And then we've done this a number of times, but we're going to roll them into teardrops. And we're going to place them just right there. Do that again on this guy. Then I'm going to just use this to smooth it down in. You can really use anything as a tool. Some of my favorite tools I've found just by playing around with a piece of clay and seeing what textures it makes. My favorite tool is actually mechanical pencil. But anything really can be used as a tool. Then what we're going to do is we're going to stick our tail on just by pressing it in and kind of twisting it to give it a little bit of a secure hold on there. And last but not least, we're going to add his little wings. We do that by getting our translucent, getting 2 ovals. We're going to squish one of them, and we're going to press it into our fingers again to make this shape. I'm going to do it on the other side too, but not quite as steep. Then I'm going to get my tool here, and I'm going to slice just a little niche or notch into there. I'm going to place that right there. And I'm going to do the same on the other one. And put a little notch in. I'm going to place it on the other side. And there you go. That is Dunsparce. Thank you so much for watching. If you like what I do, you can check out things on my channel. If you want to see me do a certain Pokemon, leave it in the comment section below and I'll see what I can do. See you next time.